Alright everybody, what is going on, and welcome back to another Runescape Classic stream. So today we are going to be getting into the smithing grind again. I'm currently 32 smithing, but I have 32 through 40 banked. Why do I have all my sapphires out? It's odd. I think I must have withdrawn them instead of depositing them. So I just grinded out the rest of my smithing materials that I needed. I've got 1,190 iron ore. We've got 2,392 coal. I did get a decent bit of gems. I got quite a few diamonds, got a few sapphires, some emeralds, some rubies. I think I only got 1 or 2 rubies. Maybe it was only 1. I think I got... it seems like when you're doing mining, you're most likely to get emeralds. To get emeralds or diamonds. I actually did wind up getting 2 in 1 bag yesterday. I didn't record a lot of it because it was kind of boring, I'll be honest. But I did take a screenshot of when I got 2 in 1. Okay, I got a sapphire and a ruby in 1 bag. So it is possible. I definitely felt like I got more doing coal than I did iron, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know if there's like a higher chance of getting one for doing one rock or the other. There are also gem rocks in the game that we can mine, but they have a 2-minute respawn time, and I've been told they're not really worth it versus just camping the gem seller to buy gems. But the problem with buying things from a merchant in the game is the problem of money. So I need a way to make money. That's mostly why I grinded fletching to 70. That unlocks you longbows, and we still have the option to go past that. Let me look real quick. I believe magic longbows are 85, so we'd need to grind quite a lot more from 70 to 85. I'm almost tempted to go look up how many more prototype darts that would be. Only reason I say that is because people have told me it's a good... I've been told that it is a good source of money if you wanted to high elk them. Now, if I could chop and make my own Yulon bows, that'd be fine. I also didn't think about the fact that we could train crafting using bowstrings. So that is also an option there, is to do bowstrings to train our crafting. I mostly wanted to do gold bars and make jewelry. But the problem with that is actually getting the materials to do that. I guess I could cut all the sapphires. So it's actually... I swear I remember there being a failure rate back in the day for this, so I don't know how this is going to go. Okay, maybe not then. Oh, we could have actually trained our crafting level this way, huh? How much XP do we get from doing that? Wow, 50 crafting XP? Oh. Well, this might change things. Anyway, that's not what we're focusing on today. Well, potentially today. We've got an ass ton of stuff to smith. I need to look at how much bag space. We have 28. It's 2 to 1. So 7, 14 puts us at 21. We'd have another 7 to play with. So 8 and 16 puts us at 24. So it'd be what, 9 and 18? would put us at 27. Let's see how that works out here. Alright, puts us at 29 bag slots. So that's good. So yeah, I'm in Falador. We're just literally coming over here to smelt. That's pretty much it. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, I think you have to do this, right? I'll be honest, it's been a while since I smelted, so... But I will be doing this for 1,000 bars, so we can do the math on that, huh? If we're making 9 bars, let's do what was 1187 divided by 9. It's going to take us 132 bags. I could have a timer. We'll just pull up online stopwatch. But these bars should be enough to get us to 40 smithing. And I'll be honest, I've probably overestimated it because I was already partially through 32 smithing. So I probably overestimated how many steel bars I need. But like I said, this gives us a lot of wiggle room. Steel bars, we could sell them for money if we wanted to. We can make arrowheads out of them if we wanted to. Alright, I'm going to go do a timer so I can kind of figure out how long it's going to take us. I should have calculated the time to bank and stuff as well, but we'll just do the basic smithing just to kind of see how long it's going to take us to smith stuff. It'll probably take us quite a while to do this. I remember it taking quite a while just to do 500, I think. And at the time, the steel bars were worth a lot more than what I got out of it. I didn't even get that far because I'm pretty sure Knight's Sword gets you to like 29. I'm not actually sure what my plan was. I think I did have a plan to smith to 34 because I was pre-planning Dragon Slayer, so it is possible that I had planned out 34, and that's why I already had some steel bars in my bag. But let's start the stopwatch. Alright, so it takes us about 30 seconds to do 9. So we can do 18. So let's do 132 bags divided by 2 times 60 seconds. Well, based on how long that took me, I'm guessing about an hour. That really don't think this should take us that super long. I do wish, I want to see if there's a way to add in being able to press escape to close a window, because they were able to add in, you know, buttons to be able to access chat log functions, like, you know, if chat pops up here, you can press 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. So I'm wondering if it's possible to add in an option to or I wonder if it's possible to program an action to close a window. I would imagine potentially, or maybe actually it's escape. No, I've tried that before. But like I said, I'm wondering if there's a way to like program that into the client, because honestly, if you can press escape to close windows, it would probably help out. It would help out a lot on this game. Yeah, I don't know why the coal disappeared. Usually, I want, because I think that's like a timed thing. Like it's like stuff that was in your bag. So I'm not sure exactly why the coal disappeared. I was wondering what he's doing, but he's actually smithing silver ore. Silver just looks really weird in this game. I was tempted to start doing Jungle Potion and a couple other quests. So we could do Shallow Village and start doing gem rocks, but I was told it really wasn't worth it. But okay, what the fuck? Ah, I remember why it took me so long to do smithing. Because iron ore only has a 50% 50% success rate, so it took me a while to get that done. Because you know, a yield 50% success rate's not great. How do we do Ah, there's not gonna be able to do that, is there? Ah, it's gonna auto sort it, isn't it? Alright, we're just gonna have to deal with this bullshit. Well, weirdly, people seem to really like my 10-hour stream for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why it blew up, but you know, I would definitely love if people, those 600 people that viewed it, when viewed my videos. That'd be nice. So that would be cool. I'm not exactly sure why 600 people viewed it, but hey, if you wanted to watch me smith prototype darts and farm feathers for like 10 hours, you know, hey, be my guest. I will not stop you. I think when I looked, it had like almost 700 views or something crazy like that. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even want to stream for 10 hours, let alone watch someone play this game for 10 hours. I guess that's not the best review of my own videos, I suppose. I also need the arrows to go train at Greater Demons, so I'm planning to train my ranged out there. I'm interested to see how well I hit. I don't imagine it's going to be great at only 40 range, but I don't know. This game kind of surprises me sometimes. Steel arrows should be fine, though. I just didn't really want to buy stuff. My intention was originally to make cannonballs. Well, didn't get my answer that I wanted, but it's alrighty. He's got 54 magic, which is pretty decent. I've got 60 banked, and I just bought another 100 200 air runes, mine runes, something like that. So it should take us just a little over an hour to finish these all off. Because Greater Demons, they have a 1 in 128 chance of dropping a large rune helm. Also, Mithril Kites, Addy Plate Legs, some steel items, runes. Has Chaos and Death runes as uncommon. Fire runes are rare and common, which is weird that the 25 quantity is the rare option and not the 50, but you know. They also have an uncommon chance of dropping nothing. Sorry. So there is also that. Hold on, I gotta take my hoodie off. It is fucking hot. It is hot outside today. Holy shit, if you live in the south, well, bless you, man. It is fucking monstrous out there today. Actually, I think I'm gonna swap back to my other mic. So give me a second. That'll allow me to turn my AC up a little bit more. Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back. Just turn it down to like, I think probably 1.9 should probably be fine. I think 1.0 was just a little bit too low, if I'm being honest. This way I can kind of turn my AC up more and not have to worry about you guys hearing it. My big mic is nice if I want to like watch TV or something, because I think I'm getting bleed through on this headset that I'm using when I watch stuff on my computer. I mean, 90% of the time I re-voice over a lot of the stuff that I do for my videos, but yeah, this So if I'm correct, when I did the math, should take me just a little under an hour to do everything, I think. Because it takes 30 seconds. Now it does, we obviously should be calculating in the time that it takes here. So it probably takes us about a minute to bank because we have to go through the chat logs here. I think that if I'm not wrong, this is the closest bank to a furnace. Although actually, maybe Al Kharid is a better spot. Maybe Al Kharid's a better spot. But as I was saying earlier, we can also choose to do bowstrings if I wanted to train crafting. It's actually not something I really thought about. I also don't even know if it's on the price guide at all either. I see feathers. I see sinister keys in there. Logs. Really, we should put bowstrings. As I was saying, there should be a lot more stuff on here. I know these are kind of like the high ticket items that people buy. There's been a decent amount of people buying bowstrings. I mean, it's not bad. We sold them even at 50. I mean, it's pretty good money. I actually might do that. I still need 50 smithing anyway, so might as well, grind out the last of my steel bars. We'll just do these first. You also got to be careful of who's telling you how much each. I mean, at 75, I would probably not mind selling them at 75. My big thing, it seems weird. People charge more when they have the bigger amount. But I feel like if somebody's buying a lot more of an item at once, I'm going to give them a discount. Like, let's say I offer them at 75 a piece. So let's say that I offer them at 75 a piece, but if you're buying a big amount, I'll sell them to you at a lower rate, like 60, 55. Oh, the smithing grind. How I have not missed you. Honestly, smithing only sucks until you can do steel. Once you can do steel bars, it's a lot better. I mean, I think Knight Sword gets you to, what, like 27, 29 on here? I'm pretty sure the XP from level 1... Well, it couldn't be level 1. I think I was level 15. I think at level 15 it got me to 29, because I had to make iron bars, so... Honestly, I might just do U-Lombos myself to make a bit of cash, because you can, I think they high out for a decent bit. I'd have to go look on the wiki. The High Elk for 768 gold apiece. So you High Elk 10 of them, and you get yourself a crisp little 7k out of it. So if I wanted to, you could still from the Nature Rune chest, which I'd imagine is being alted at the moment. But I actually don't know, because you can actually hurt yourself trying to steal from there, so... it was viable to do on OG Classic servers, because on OG Classic servers you had multiple worlds. You had 4 different worlds you could hop between, so, you know, I could just hop, steal, shit like that, so. Plus, I think I need them for Family Crest. I'm not 100% sure. I know I need Death Runes, so... So if that's the case, it takes about a minute to bank, and Smith... it'll probably take us about 2 hours to do everything, so... I'm just going to do that instead. It's going to be easier. Got my ult at 40 defense, so it'd be nice to be able to buy him. It'd be nice to be able to buy myself rune armor. I've already bought it from the shop on this account, so I'm probably if anything just gonna buy myself rune armor on that account from players. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I had to sneeze. My allergies have been going wild. I usually don't let my cats in my room because the fur and stuff, it just builds up into dust, and it causes my allergies to go bad, but the pollen has been so bad this year, it's crazy. Okay, not bad. We had 1 extra left over. Right. Not awful. So here's what we can do. I'm going to grab an extra item out of my bag that'll leave us with 28 slots exact. Now, I know we could technically if I just emptied my bag, but I've pretty much done everything with this orange cape on. There's only been a couple times when I haven't worn it, so this is what we'll do. Get out, grab the Battle Staff of Fire. I want to grab something kind of cool to wield. You know what? How about this? Let's go. I completely forgot I had this in my bag. So let us do this, and then we can just hit all on this. Did I misclick or something? Weird. Rocking the ye old party hat. I actually should see what I should change my pictures to add the one with the party hat in it. But I will say people really like long form content, so you know, it probably side monitor content. I'm grinding while they're grinding. A sense of camaraderie. Sorry, I got a sleeper update. Hopefully that didn't just fuck up OBS. Oh, it actually doesn't look too bad now in OBS. Hopefully more people will enjoy that. It's longer travel time to go from here to here though, so sorry. I will fix it a little bit for you guys. How about that? It looks a little bit better for you. I feel bad that all of my streams recently have been nothing but like boring ass grinds and stuff. But this is the reality of what you could face playing this game. I mean, realistically, did I need to get 70 fletching? No, not really. You only need whatever fletching you need to complete the game, to complete Legends Quest. But while the opportunity was there, I might as well take it because fletching could be a good source of money for us. Even doing U lombos and high alking them, um, will still make some good money off of it. Now, technically, I could just sell nature runes and make money because they are worth quite a bit. How much are they worth on the server? Natures are currently going for 4 to 450 gold pieces. U logs 4 to 500. Now, if I chop them myself, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dread that having to do that. That might be a pain. Because I'll be honest, it's slow chopping U's on RuneScape, old school RuneScape, and that's a batch. They batch hits on that game, so Uh, that definitely would suck, and I don't even have 60 not 60. I don't even have 60 wood cutting. So now if I bought them from somebody and then picked my own bowstrings and did it that way, could be a possibility to make some money doing that. I'm also trying to decide where I want to go train magic. I'd settled on Jogries because they drop pineapples and I wanted to make pineapple pizza, as I thought I might be able to sell that to people. Be fair, I don't know if people have really bought pineapple pizzas. It's not actually listed on the guide, but that's because people find them to be difficult to make. They're not really that hard to make. You just really need to go to the bandit camp and make pizzas out there, which means you could be picked by somebody. I didn't run into anybody when I was out there, but it is certainly a possibility for that to happen. So that's definitely something I had in mind. Plus, they drop a lot of herbs, which is something else that I need a lot of. I actually really regret selling my low-level herbs. At least the Marentil or Marento. I don't know how it's pronounced. I always called it Marentil. Um, because I need those for making anti-poisons. Because anti-poisons give a lot of herblore XP at a low level. And so that could be a great way for us to grind to decently higher herblore without it costing us an arm and a leg. It will require unicorn horn dust, the beautiful magical unicorn horn dust, but there is a decent spawn of them that I know of where I could go and farm them. So. And as long as we don't take 3 pieces of expensive gear... Oh, what the hell? So, I figure if I take, like, my rune chain, my rune plate legs, and my rune two-hander, we should be fine to fight the unicorns without them doing any damage to us. And if I die, I won't lose anything, so... At least nothing of, like, insane value. But I have a couple of quests that I'd like to do. Fight Arena could be really good. I kind of want to wait till I get to 50 attack, because then we'll just get more attack XP from it. Probably not like an insane amount extra versus if I did it now versus doing it at 50. But anything to help me get inch closer to... oh, okay, that's why.
anything that helps me inch a little bit closer to 60, so I don't have to train attack as long to 60, would be pretty nice. Stop opening the goddamn doors. If you leave them closed, men are less likely to come in here. You only need this one open. I don't know why this one was opened again. But I would need to get to 55 magic before I can high alch, so at the moment we can only low alch. It's not really worth it for us to low alch the bowstring. It's not worth it for us to low alch the Ulam bows. But I'll be honest, I'm almost tempted just to sell the steel bars because they're worth like a decent bit. Price guide lists them at like 400 to 600, so they get us almost 600k. You know what I can do though? I can set 9 as one of the side buttons. it's not going as slow as I thought it would. So I should have about 1,200 steel bars because I already had about 30 of them. Well, somebody posted in chat, but I don't see it for some reason. I'm gay. Interesting. That's quite a it's quite an astute observation there, buddy. I wonder what brought you to that. What brought you to that analysis? It had top chat instead of live chat, which is interesting. I mean, realistically, if I needed cash, I could always just sell my party hat, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, what are the chances that someone used a Christmas cracker on me and I got one of the most expensive party hats out of it? So I'll take my RNG while I can get it. Hey, we got 71 players online right now. That's fantastic. That's why I was telling people, when they're asking about the population of the server. There's a decent bit of people that play like on the weekends and stuff. We get quite a lot of people on, which is like way more than we're on original classic servers. I want to say when I started playing during the reopening of like 2016, that's when I really started playing this game a lot. There was probably about like 30, maybe 40 people at most. There was probably about 10 to 15 to 20 like per world. The veteran server usually had about 15 to 20 people on it. Maybe it was less, maybe about 10 to 15 on the veteran world, but you could only play on the veteran world if your account was an original RSC account. I think they're currently doing I think they're currently doing their PvP event. Oh goodness, goodness gracious. Well, the smithing grind's not going as bad as I thought. It was the entire build up to get here that sucked ass. So funny that dude called me gay, but he fucking streams COD and Hearthstone. Also, a name like Skinny, that's a dumb name. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna be rude. Can't feed the haters, man. What can you do, brother? Don't want the haters to win. A 35 smithing. Let's go. That's nice. After this bag, I'm gonna go fill my water up because it is just hot as a motherfucker out here today. My AC is it's doing nice, but the problem is it's probably kind of loud. So there's also been people like perma downvoting my videos, which is so weird. Like it's funny to me. Like it's so funny like how much people like to hate because hating is easy. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird. It's just RuneScape Classic content. You know, like if you don't like it, hey, you know, you don't have to watch. It's simple as that. But I just found it weird that like I felt like if any of my videos deserve downvotes, it's like all of my older shit and like my original the first two Quest Extravaganza videos that I posted. Those didn't like look the best. I did spend an ass ton of time editing them, so there's that. But it's so funny that like those videos don't really have like any downvotes, but like people are downvoting some of my newer content, which is weird because I felt like my newer content looks better and is at least like somewhat, you know, decently put together. Nice. There you go, Skillers. Hell yeah. Welcome to Global Chat, buddy. Yeah, that's why I stopped going to the boneyard. I didn't have any problems with getting PK'd out there by anybody. I think most people were just afraid to lose their shit out there. So I only took what I was willing to lose. I think I had black armor when I was out there. So oh yeah, let me go grab my water real quick, and I'll be right back, guys. Yes, welcome back, people, as the prodigal son makes his triumphant return to yet again smith some bars of steel. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I am gonna sell the steel bars or smith them, because based on, according to my research, I should have gotten enough materials to smelt steel bars to 40 smithing. So my plan was to save them to do cannonballs and steel arrows. Steel arrows probably wouldn't be a terrible idea, if I'm being honest. I really could use them. Um, Problem is that money would be super helpful, and I could just sit at the range shop and buy crossbow bolts because they actually restock pretty quickly. So I could double up on that with my ult. Again, I hate saying that because like I'm not trying to buy more than I need. I don't buy anything from shops to sell it. I just don't see that being right. But I do buy shit from shops because I need it. So anyway, um, I do suppose if it's like 30 or 40 per steel arrow, selling steel bars would get me a decent chunk of the way there. I could also go start training magic after this. I haven't really decided what to do, if I'm being honest. And as I return, they leave. I wish all these people would join when I was here talking and stuff. So it'd be nice. All right, I'm gonna put on some shit to watch while we're grinding here. Shouldn't be too bad. Let me see. Does that look? Doesn't look too awful, does it? My problem with doing this, like keep rechanging the size of the screen, when you're editing it in CapCut, you have to cut it where you change the screen size because you have to recrop it. So when I do my videos, you see it has those black bars on the side. I crop those out of the clips. So usually I have it smaller. I have the window smaller, like just like the standard size that it, like the smallest size it can be at. But I figured I'd just blow it up a little bit bigger because it makes it look a little nicer in OBS for you guys. But I do crop the videos when I edit them. So the problem with changing the size of the RSC Plus window is that you have to like recrop several different times because you have to find where you change the screen size. Because if not, stuff will get cut off like it did during one of my videos, unfortunately. So I probably could have fixed that one, but I didn't know that that's what was happening at the time. So I could go keep training woodcutting to at least 40. That'd give me a decent number of arrow shafts. And then I could go make steel bars. Or I could go make, sorry, not steel, I could go make steel arrowheads. You know, if people are just going to leave bones and money on the ground, I will take it. Any little bit, I mean, it's 3 gold, but hey, 3 gold is 3 gold. It's 3 gold I don't have to get. Whoops. I'm going to be off here because I didn't bank that gold. That's my bad. Well, it's okay. I might try selling Phoenix crossbows because I still have my ult account. I can make it a Phoenix gang member. Yep. Yeah, I figured out what's gonna happen. Well, that's alright. So about 30 minutes into our grind, I used a stopwatch to figure out how long it was gonna take me. It's about a minute to bank, or it's about a minute to bank and do your full bag. I'm so used to that. Whoops. Yeah, agility's the reason I chose not to do Shiloh Village. Um, I need 32 agility to jump over one of the shortcuts. And to be honest, I really don't want to train agility, if I'm being honest with you. I really don't. I am going to have to. I need 50 agility to complete Legends Quest. So at some point I will have to train agility. And I'm not looking forward to it. Holy shit, somebody had a Dragon Square Shield half? Holy fuck. That's worth a decent bit on here. How to play it? If you look in the description, there's a link to the RSC vet website. I play on something called RSC Plus. Here, let me pull up. I'll pull up my monitor for you so you can see. So I play on this using this program called RSC Plus, and I play on the RSC Preservation server. You can see it up here. This is a separate program that you can find, but if you go over to this website, come over here. This'll help you get into how to play. Come up here, you hit play now. You can download the desktop client. Now you see it's going to download this openrsc.jar file. And then what you need to do is find this program here, RSC Plus. At least this is how I would recommend playing it. I probably wouldn't recommend playing it with any of the other clients personally, but so you download it. You can download for Macintosh. You can download for Linux as .jar files, but you can install it for Windows. Comes as a zip. So we'll just put it up here in my downloads. It's weird it's taking so long. What the fuck? Oh, hold on. It's because it's on my fucking OneDrive, that's why. I don't know why he keeps doing that, by the way. Or maybe not. It's just taking forever for some reason. It's not that big of a file. Unless my hard drive is just being a bitch. Definitely could be. But I can just show you. I can show you what mine looks like because it'll be easier. So once you have it set up, so here's the RSC Plus folder. All you have to do is you'll take that other file. You'll take this openrsc.jar file, and you can see we have this a jar file right here. You just drag and drop it in here, and you rename it to RSC Plus. And then once you open RSC Plus, it'll bring up this window here. And then this is what allows you to play different servers. Like you could play Cabbage, 2001scape, but most of us play on Preservation. We've got about 68 people. You can go into the client settings as well. You can set WinRune. You can set RSC Plus. You could do the web client, which I really probably wouldn't recommend. Or you can use OpenRSC client, which has some cool features that are not in RSC Plus, like first person mode. I use RSC Plus. I apply and save. And then you can see right here, when you load Preservation, it'll load with the RSC Plus. So yeah, pretty simple to play. That's really all the guide you need to set up RSC Plus. Yeah, you could play it offline as well if you wanted to. How you got a scythe? That guy's at least been playing since, what, like 2018 when they dropped all that stuff? So if you look in here, right, I just extracted everything. So if you load this rcplus.jar file, it'll build all this stuff. I don't actually know if it'll launch. I don't think this will actually load us into anything, by the way. See, this is for like the official original Classic servers right here. So this is attempting to connect us to the original Classic servers. But then if you replace it with that OpenRSC file and rename it to rcplus.jar, it'll instead load this right here. And then you just click on RSC Preservation, and eventually it'll load up another, there you go. So it'll load up RSC Plus. And then from here, you can make a new account. Well, you have to go make it on the website, I think. Or you can just hit cancel and then sign up or whatever. So I personally recommend RSC Plus if you're going to be playing this game. The Open RSC client is kind of cool because you can do first person mode. Alright, if that dude's going to keep closing the doors, it's going to piss me off. Why did I just tell this guy just to piss off? I don't give a shit. Stop closing all the doors. I only closed the other 2 doors because it just stops the men from getting inside there. You don't need to close all the doors, just the one door, at least. I mean, just the 2 doors. I really need to do I plan to do a second part to the new player guide on how to like set up RSC Plus, how to actually play RSC Vet, because not only do you need the RSC Plus client, you will also need to have Java installed. It doesn't matter if you have JRE, the Java Runtime Environment, or JDK, which is the Java Development Kit. It doesn't really matter which of those two that you have installed, because the JDK doesn't include the Java Runtime Environment, but the Java Runtime Environment is just for regular users. JDK, the Java Development Kit, is really only there for if you want to actually um, build Java stuff. Like if you actually want to try to compile servers and stuff like that, compile clients, things like that. Yeah, the Jagex launcher can be a bit of a pain. Um, I had to upgrade my accounts just because I can't remember exactly why I needed to. I was tired of the count showing up and me losing out on free XP lamps on old school RuneScape. Um, well, I gotta say they probably didn't reset it for no reason, but now I have seen that if you are not 13 in England, they have very strict laws about gaming in the UK. And I did see that somebody's account on the Reddit was going to get completely deleted off the server, like all their data was going to be removed. Um, so that's interesting to me, because I'll be honest, literally most of the people that played this game back in the day were not 13 years or older. I'm just going to be honest. Did I? No, I didn't miscalculate. I'm just a dumbass. So yeah, most people that played this game back in the day were not 13 years of age or older. I wasn't 13 when I started playing this game. I think I was in like the fourth grade, maybe the fifth grade. I think it was the summer after fourth grade that I started playing. So, because 06, 07 would have been my fifth grade year. And that's actually when Jagex released. Well, it technically wasn't Jagex, it was Scholastic. Released a RuneScape guide. That's how popular the game was when Scholastic was like, we gotta get a RuneScape guide out there for the youngins. But I won a contest for. They used to do these contests anytime the book fair was around. Oh, you're from the U.S.? Oh, I honestly I can't tell you why that happened. Um, the only thing that I can say is that when Old School first came out, I had my OG main account from when I first made an account on RuneScape in '06, and I had made a new account for Old School RuneScape, and ah, now that is nice. If that's the case, that's that's pretty nice actually. If it includes the Java runtime environment in there, that'll be great because I'm gonna be honest, that shit, despite it being straightforward, just a .exe installer, that shit is kind of confusing if you've never messed with Java before. And I'm pretty sure you have to make an account with Oracle now to be able to even download it. I think I gave up and just found it somewhere on the black market, if you want to call it, but that's really nice if it comes with the Java runtime environment in there. Now, I will say that file did have the JRE file in there, so it could be possible it's already been pushed. So, but yeah, the only thing that I can think of is they detected you were cheating, like botting or whatever. Um, I had two accounts when Old School RuneScape first came out. I had my official email linked Old School account, and then I had my original account from 2006. I played for about I probably played for about 6 months, 7 months maybe, and then I stopped playing for like a few years. Like I don't think I came back to the game until about 2015, 2016 maybe. I think was when I was really getting back in RuneScape again, and turns out that both my accounts had been hacked. I think the only thing that I can think of is that they got a hold of my Google emails and had hacked the accounts. Now, they didn't change the passwords or anything. I'm not really sure why. Who knows what goes on in the head of a Chinese gold farmer, but both my accounts got hacked and were botted on. They were both perma macroed, which means they got perma banned for macroing. Now, usually what happens, and what I've learned since then, is they will perma ban the accounts in that instance because it's clear that obviously I hadn't played in over a year on those accounts, and which is also weird because they didn't get reset. I didn't have like increased levels on them or anything, so I don't know what people were how people were botting on them. Again, I'm not really sure if I'm being honest, like what happened there, because neither of those accounts have any levels on them. But both the accounts got perma'd for some reason, but obviously it wasn't me because I've only ever played from the same IP address since I've moved here. Most of those accounts have been played on the same IP address. So when you see a ticket coming in, hey, this guy is sending a ticket from this IP address, obviously it's him. They actually unbanned both the accounts, so I still play on my original account, but I don't have access to my old school account because of two-factor authentication. And the reason I don't have access to those anymore is because my old phone that had my Google Authenticator on it died, and for some reason, despite Google having like one of the biggest cloud, I shouldn't say the biggest, but up there is one of the biggest cloud infrastructures. I think Microsoft has the biggest, and then I'm pretty sure it's Microsoft with Azure, then it's Amazon with their, I can't remember what theirs is called. Their, Cloudflare maybe is what it is. I actually don't know what Amazon's online is. But then it's got to be Google is third. And despite Google having such a big cloud infrastructure, they don't link your Google Authenticator stuff to your Google account. So unfortunately, for the time being, I'm locked out of that account. Now, the other problem is I don't have access to that email because Yahoo deleted that email, or they call it deactivating, which is really lame because you cannot just reactivate that email. And they no longer offer the .ymail option, the YMAIL option. They only offer the Yahoo option now. So I couldn't even just remake that email because it's not an option they offer anymore. So I either have to take my old phone apart, transport the motherboard into, I have a new Pixel 3 XL that I use for like Android gaming and stuff. I either have to do that to be able to access my old Google Authenticator stuff, or just chalk it up to an unfortunate loss, I think. So but yeah, I've gotten accounts back that have been banned, but if they reset your account, I've never had that happen before, so I can't say much on that. Now, if they banned it, you probably were botting on it or cheating somehow. But that's really cool if Conker's doing a big update for it. I should get in touch with him and ask if he can link Escape to close Windows, because dude, if we could close Windows with a keyboard shortcut, oh my god, we can already do chat functions with keyboard shortcuts. And so if they would add in an option to be able to close Windows with like Escape, oh my god, it'd be awesome. I would really love that. But yeah, good old RuneScape. And that's why whenever I see people post on the 2007 Scape subreddit and they're like, my account's been banned unfairly, blah blah blah, I'm like, if your account got permanently banned and you really didn't do anything wrong, like if it got stolen, in my case my accounts got stolen, and so I think that's why they perma'd them, because if they perma them, that locks the account so they can't get back into it. But if people really aren't botting on there, people aren't just randomly getting banned for no reason. It's got to be for something. It's either you were being like racist or homophobic or cheating, and if you really didn't do anything, you can always appeal the tickets on their website. And at least back in 2015 when I did it, I got both my accounts back. I'm pretty sure I have screenshots somewhere from back then. I would almost say probably not now I'm thinking about it, because that was on my old gaming desktop, which I don't have anymore. So they could be on my big 4 terabyte external hard drive, but I say big, but I have an 8 terabyte gaming hub that I use now for all my videos and stuff. But yeah. Whoa, look at that, another smithing level. That's one level closer to not having to smith for a little bit. But yeah, I should get in contact with the guys. I want to say you said that some of the developers are part of the RSC preservation Discord, so I should get in contact with them and ask if they can make that an update. But that could be something that they're adding in there. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm still on the fence about whether to sell the steel bars or use them for making arrowheads. Kind of want to, but I would lose a lot of money doing that. The problem would be trying to sell steel bars. I don't know how many people are buying them, or if people are actually buying them. I don't see a ton of people selling them, so. But I would assume that that's because most people use the steel bars to smith arrowheads and stuff. But can I actually smith steel plates at that point? I think you need, what, 48? I don't think it's that high. It's got to be like 50 something to make steel plates. Was it 58 to make steel plates? Oh no, 48 to make steel plates. So yeah, I was right about that. Yeah, my plan was to do 500. Was to do like half of them cannonballs. Oh, whoops. My plan was to do like half of them cannonballs and like half of them steel arrows. Only reason I wanted to do cannonballs because I think the cannon is so goofy of a weapon in Classic. I really want to try it out, but yeah, I could definitely do with getting some money, to be honest. What is steel plates actually out for? Let me look real quick. Oh, they had out for 1,200. Oh, okay. But see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. How many plate was it? 5 for plate bodies, right? So it would take me 5 steel bars to make a plate body. I could make 600K off of off selling all of my steel bars once I make 1,200 of them. I think I'll have 1,200 when I'm done because I already had about 30 of them. But I mean, I could do it. I only need 50 smithing anyway for Legends Quest. But my plan was to do gold because I also need to do crafting as well because my crafting is really low. So if I did crafting, I forgot about bowstrings being a viable option, so I could attempt to do bowstrings to 40 because I'm only like what 20 crafting, 21 crafting. My goal was to do jewelry, do gold necklaces to 40 crafting. The problem is getting gold ore. There's not a great amount of spots to do it. I think the Tree Gnome Stronghold is or the Tree Gnome Village is like the best place to go do it. Yeah, it's not bad from what I can tell. I'd need about 25,000 to go from 40 to 50 smithing when I used the spinach roll calcs. Yeah, that's also, and then see that's where I kind of get into this problem of I need 60, well 59. I need 60 to do Majorina, 59 for Family Crest, but I have enough for 60. Um, I'd need to get the Goldsmith Gauntlets for that, so I'd get max XP out of it. But to do that, I need to train Magic. So I've kind of been bouncing around to different things. Um, I'm pretty sure I have everything I need to do Family Crest. I think I need one more Death Rune. Because I think I have 3 or 2 of them. I think I have 3 and you need 4. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But Family Crest was a bitch and a half to do on old school, so I don't know how I'm going to do it here. Yep, that's my plan is to do Fire Strikes. Yep. I'm not really sure where I'm going to train them, though. I've seen a lot of people train in Mountain Dwarves. I was going to go train at Yogris, though. That was one thing I was tempted to do, because I could fire across the pond at them. I can get my ult to pick up all the drops and stuff. I have a bunch of big bones as well in the bank to sell. I need to look up what their drop table is. Because the way I'm playing the account, I'm trying to maximize everything I do. I don't like to play efficiency scape, but I've been trying to maximize when I do combat, like training at chickens, oh, what the hell? Oh, never mind. Like training at chickens, I trained it there. I actually got almost 45 attack off of it, which is pretty funny. Damn. All right. That beats me. I have like 200 big bones banked, I think. I just did it cuz I wanted to make a little bit of money. It was pretty quick to train at big bones. Just train at giants and at Varrock at the edge in the Edgeville dungeon and then bank them. It doesn't take too long. Plus, you get some pretty decent drops. You can roll on the rare drop table. But I haven't rolled anything good. I've only rolled gems off the drop table, so. I did most of my prayer training at the Boneyard, which is kind of sketchy, but I didn't take anything that was like that I would have lost. I think I had my black plate legs and plate body and my rune long, and that was about it. But yeah, big bones are kind of a pain because you can't cert them. I think as far as I can tell, it's only dragon bones that can be certed. So yeah, that's what I mean. Two teeth half key drops. Like I pretty much didn't roll anything decent off the drop table. Well, I shouldn't say decent. I think I got like 2 diamonds out of it. Now, I will say an interesting drop option is Moss Giants. So let's go look at the Moss Giant drop table. Because you can, well, I shouldn't say that. I guess I would need someone that can get me to Crandor. I'd need my other alt to be able to get to Crandor to pick up the drops. But, Magic Staff, Medium Steel Helm, Mithril Short Sword, not really that great. They do drop a decent amount of runes, but they're rare to drop herbs, so maybe not the best spot to go. Like I said, I've been looking through stuff to kind of like figure out where I want to train. I'm trying to maximize my drop opportunities. Like if I can kill something with a ranged ability like magic or range. Like my plan is to go to Greater Demons to farm for a Rune Full Helm because I don't have a Rune Full Helm yet, and I know I could buy one, but I've been trying to earn things naturally. Like I bought my chainmail and I bought my rune plate legs from the store. I think I did buy an Addy Kite shield from the shop. I think the shop over here sells one, but I'm pretty sure I bought that off somebody. I bought my Addy Full Helm. That is actually funny enough you bring that up. That is actually one of the places I was tempted to train gold to mine gold at. Now I know I'll need anti-poisons for that, but my plan was to train gold, take the boat to Artie, bank at Artie, take the boat back. It would take a lot of money to do that, but the amount of time that I would save versus like mining them at the crafting guild, and then trying to bank them somewhere would save me a lot of time. But I assume people grab them at the crafting guild. They come to Falador and smelt them, but in my opinion, this is faster than going there. Going to the crafting guild, walking all the way up here. I'd be better off just mining them at Brimhaven and eating the 60 gold pieces it would take me. Actually, I don't know if you can get off Brimhaven with them, or you can get out of Brimhaven with them, but I assume you could. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I mean, I'm already almost at 40 prayers, so I've already almost maxed out prayers that I can get. So I don't really know how much higher I would need or want to be to do Legends Quest. I would probably want to be like 50 prayer. Now I will say when I said 25k, 25k was just to get me from 40 to 50 smithing, but I only need 40 smithing to start doing gold bars. But I actually don't know how many gold necklaces I'll need to do to go from 21 to 40 crafting. So that ultimately would change the amount of gold ore I would need to mine. So now it's starting to get a bit colder in here. I'm about to throw my hoodie back on here in a second. But yeah, when I spend a lot of time looking through the wiki, like a lot of time. There's like at least like 30 to 40 minutes I usually cut out of most of my videos where I'm doing like theory crafting stuff, like looking at the wiki, trying to find spots. Like if you want to find the secret clutch locations for mining, they're there on the wiki. The best coal spot, and in my opinion, almost the best iron spot, is actually Artie. The Artie sewer mines is the best place to mine coal. It's super quick. It's right next to a bank. All it requires is, I think, 48 combat, 49 combat, because it's double +1. So if you don't want to get aggroed by the zombies, you need to be 49 combat, and you need to have 31 thieving to be able to pick the lock on the door. But it's honestly one of the best coal mining spots. That's where I mine all my coal at. But there's also iron rocks as well that are in there. So you could choose to mine iron there, but a better spot is actually to the east of Artie, which is where all the bear spawns are. and you only need to be, because those are 26, it'd be 40, 52, 53 combat to be able to, for them not to aggro you. Again, it's a pretty steep grind for that because I'm only, what, like 55 combat, so that's only kind of recently been an area that's been unlocked to me to be able to do Iron Ore at, so. But I mine it in Yanil because there's no enemies over there, and it's pretty quick. Not a lot of people go there. A lot of people do Varrock mining, which in my opinion, I don't think Varrock is even the closest to a bank. I think Yanil's closer. So it's a little bit of a walk though, so not a lot of people really want to go over there, I imagine. I actually want to grind for 66 magic so I have access to the Mages Guild. Sorry, Wizards Guild. So you can buy soul runes, body runes, mind runes, earth runes, air runes, water runes, and fire runes. And as far as I know, it's the only other store that stocks 50. Because I think there's only 3 magic stores in the whole game. You have Aubrey, who's in Varrock. You have Betty, who's in Port Sarim, but she only sells at 30 a piece. That's actually where I wound up getting the last of my runes. But I have 60 magic banked at the moment, so not too bad, to be honest. I did grind the majority of my stuff at Aubrey's shop, and then I just went to Betty's when I kept getting crashed. I don't mind getting crashed. Like, people got to do what they got to do, but farming spots, that's what annoys me. Like, if I'm farming in a chicken pen and somebody comes over and crashes me and just doesn't say anything, like, I'm like, hey, you want this spot? Most people don't. They're like, hey, how long are you going to be at that spot? Hey, or they'll come in and I'm like, hey, do you want this spot? But if they say nothing to me, that shit pisses me off. I'm like, I don't mind if you come over here and you need the spot, but at least ask. Like, you know, have some common courtesy. I was here first, so you should ask. I don't mind moving spots either. I ain't got no problem with that. Oh, they sell 100 at a time. Okay. Well, interesting, 'cause that's not what the wiki says. But I do have to remember that this is a private server, so some things are a little different. The wiki says that they only sell it. She only stocks 50 at a time. But if they sell it 100 at a time, that's even better. But yeah, I need to do a video kind of talking about RSC Plus because I realized after I did my initial new player guide, I should have included how to actually play the damn game, because I pretty much just talk about shit within the game. I don't actually go through how to set up, how to play RSC Preservation. And after I thought about it, somebody mentioned it, and I was like, you know what? That would have been a really good tip to add in there. You may be right, actually, but I think I looked, it said only 50 at a time, but it could be they sell it at 100. I haven't been in there yet, so I can't say one way or another. But if they do sell it at 100, that's awesome. Should be the last one that should get me. Yep. I am hungry as fuck. I did not eat anything today. I usually eat breakfast and I didn't. I might go make a grilled cheese or two or something. Some kind of easy peasy. Now I'll be honest. If I wanted money, I could sell the party hat, but I don't want to do that. I mean, my RNG has not been the best on this game, so the fact that I pulled the second most expensive party hat, you can't get better than that. Also, when am I ever going to be able to afford a party hat if I didn't get one from Christoph? Probably never. I won't say never. I won't say I'll never be able to afford a party hat because there are some pretty cheap party hats on the server. So, but the blue one, it looks badass. Not gonna lie, fits pretty well. It's not a gaudy color like some of the other ones are. Some of the other ones just look bad. The white party hat looks the coolest, and then probably tied with the purple for the coolest looking ones. I need to find some time to put my fletching video together because that's probably going to be a whole video. I wanted to separate that into its own grind video. I could have included it in the last one and made it a little bit longer, but I wanted to include my method of doing prototype darts because a couple people asked me to do one. Orbrun's guide I think is a little outdated because when he did it in 2020, I don't know what the success rate calculations were. There had to be some kind of success rate calculation code in the game. But when Christoph linked me to the actual OpenRSC code, the code itself said that the success rates came from 2021. So his could be a little bit outdated. Plus, he wasn't using RSC Plus. But I want to say that at the time, I don't think RSC Plus was usable with RSC Preservation. So it could have just also been that that was not available to him at the time, which is why I think he was playing on the OpenRSC client. So Christoph said that the update for RSC Plus is it's no longer going to be uh it's going to be its own exe installer now instead of being a zip file. It actually mentions it on the website. Like if you go to the RSC Plus website, it says windows.exe, but I think Christoph said that he's going to make it an installer that's going to include the Java, the JRE as well, the Java runtime environment. So that it makes it easier for new players because they don't have to figure out, hey, how do I download Java? Do I have Java even installed already? They don't have to go to the Oracle website and make a fucking email to download it, stuff like that. Which that pisses me off. That annoys me when companies do that shit. And actually, you may not need it for JRE. Maybe I'm thinking of just the JDK, the Java Development Kit. I think that one I did have to have an email to sign up. You never used to, but you know how companies are these days. They want your data more than anything. They want to put you on a mailing list. So yeah, that's the big RSC. Now I don't. That's just the little bit I know that Christoph told me or said in the chat earlier. There could be more coming. I'm hoping that there's going to be more commands. Like I would love a keyboard command of escape to close windows. That would be great. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to do it because they were able to do keyboard functions for chat. So, as in like when I talk to somebody, when I talk to the banker, I can press 1 and it'll open my bank for me, Now, unless those commands were already in RuneScape Classic before, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't think so. I think it was all click-based. Because the idea was that you were supposed to be able to always play it anywhere on any computer. I think that was the biggest allure and draw of RuneScape for people. I could play RuneScape on my shitty $100 eMachines Walmart special back in the day. I would say Walmart special. eMachines used to make good machines back in the day. That's why so many of those damn things sold. That's why so many of them are still out there. The old Socket 939 basic ass Athlon PCs. but my eMachine special from back in the day, that thing could run RuneScape. But the sad thing is today that thing could not run RuneScape, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, at least old school. It could run. Hell, apparently this game could run on Windows 95. So RSC preservation is playable on literally every modern Windows system. So I don't think RSC Plus would be playable on there, but I mean it could be. You could potentially play it on RSC Plus, but you'd probably have to play like WinRune or on the web browser client, I imagine. At least RSC Preservation claims that you can play it on Windows 95. I would love to test that, but since it's technically just a Java file, it's just a jar file, it should technically be runnable on Windows 95. Alright, last couple of bags here. Whoa, good on stone. Yes, very rare. I think what I'll do is I'll finish up 36. I'll get to 37 smithing, and then I'm going to go make some food because I'm getting pretty hungry. It could have been a shield half. Yep, it certainly could have been. So not only is there a chance to roll on the rare drop table, but then when you roll the rare drop table, I don't know what the order of operations is for the drop tables, but if, as far as I'm aware, you roll for the rare drop table. Let's say you hit that 1 in 128 chance to roll on the rare drop table. Then it rolls for the gem drop table, I think, because the gem drop table has its own drop rate, like its own roll rate. So I'm thinking that the gem drop table rolls first, and if you don't roll for that, you roll for a chance on the rare one of the rares, or it's you have the 1 in 128 chance for the rare drop table. Let's say you get it. But then if you roll on the gem table, like let's say that you roll for the rare drop table, you get the gem table. Then I think the gem table has its own roll to decide what gem you get. Now I'm thinking that makes a little bit more sense than what I said previously, so I'm gonna imagine that's how it goes. Damn, that sucks for that's cool he got a key half, but it sucks that he essentially got a wasted rare drop table drop that wasn't a gem. That's unfortunate. Only thing that I regret selling is all of my low level herbs, because I had a lot of low level herbs that I got from training at Alcrid Warriors. Like not a lot, but I probably had like 70 plus of all the low level herbs, and I regret selling them now because I could really use those to train herblore. Oh well. Because I would love to get my herblore level to at least like 25 before I do jungle potion, so that I'm not wasting like a ton of XP that I could get from the quest. Alright, last bag, and then I'm gonna go make me some food because I am fucking hungry. I'm a hungry boy. I might make a little bit of soup or something to go with it. My problem is a lot of soups these days are just real watery. I need to look up how to thicken up soup. I think people recommend putting flour in there, but before I do that and do something retarded, I should look up that's actually how to thicken up a soup. Or I guess I could make tomato soup. Hey, there we are, 37 smithing. We're not too far off now. So let's see, 168. What would that be math-wise? 168 divided by 9 would be 19 more bags. 19 times 0.30 is, or should I maybe divided by 0.5, 0.3? 19 divided by 0.3 should take about an hour, I think. I don't know how to do the math there. The problem is, okay, so realistically, 19 more bags, it takes about a minute. Because I did a timer earlier. It takes about 30 seconds to go through your whole bag of smithing bars. It takes a little bit more time to obviously walk back, bank, grab your stuff, walk back. So it takes about a minute. So what did I say? 19. So it takes us about 20 minutes to get. Because I rounded it up to about a minute. If you were speed running, doing as fast as possible. Obviously, I'm gonna miss some time talking and doing other stuff, but which I don't mind at all, honestly. Better to have things to talk about in my stream than me sitting there quietly doing prototype dart tips for 10 hours. God, I can't fucking speak today. Which I'm just gonna say, I don't know why that particular stream has blown up the way it has, but I think it had over like 700 views. So I don't know why it's got 700 views. I don't know where they came from. I just happened to be looking at my channel analytics the other day, and because YouTube gave me the notification I'd had over 100 subscribers, and so I happened to look at my channel analytics, and I was like, 700 views? I was like, or it was like 614. I was like, what the fuck? And sure enough, it's got like over 700 views right now. I don't really know why, but great, second monitor content though. If you want something to watch while you're grinding away, 10 hours of me training the chickens and doing prototype dart tips. Sorry, proto dart tips. I'll just say it that way. It's a lot easier. It's perfect second monitor content. So I'm planning to stream for quite a bit today. At least I want to get at least like a good 6-hour stream in. Shit, honestly though, I wish those 600 people would come and view my RSC Adventure series, because my videos could use a bit more views. Ah, well, that is true. People probably do want to know how to do it. The only guide that I've seen on how to do it was Orbrin's guide, and I've seen one other guide on how to do it, and that's kind of like how I got into it. I already knew about it from playing OG Classic. I didn't get to that point where I could do prototype darts. So if you want to know how far I got on my account, you can just I did a one last ride video talking about my account and kind of like what my goal was on there initially and stuff like that. So I definitely want to do a video on how to do the proto dart trick. It's not really difficult to do, but Orbrin's video is the only one that I've seen that's from this server. I want to say I can't remember where the other video was from. He may have also been playing on Preservation, but when Orbrin did it, RSC Plus was not usable on here yet. I don't remember when. I did see when they updated it to be able to properly work with Preservation, because there was something to do with like the code within it wasn't usable or something like that. I mean, there was probably some things that were a little different, like the client itself kept trying to send code there. Yeah, I'll definitely do a video. It's on my list. I have a list of video ideas to do. One of them is a guide for the prototype proto dart tips. I mean, bro, I can't speak today. I did not get good sleep last night, so I apologize. One of them is the proto dart tips. The other is how to actually set up Open RSC and RSC Plus, and then I wanted to do a video on specifically preservation, or kind of a video talking about the various different servers you can play on. There's Neat Free to Play, which is a custom. It's based on OpenRC as well, but it's fully free to play. That's run by another guy, Beast Fable. He also has a channel. I check him out. I did put one of his videos, or part of his video, in my new player guide, because he had a great ranged guide on his channel, and he actually said he's planning on doing another one because he's learned a lot about ranged since doing that video. I can't do range justice as well as he could, so I didn't even bother. I did not ask him to use his content, but I fully put his channel banner, and I was like, go check out his videos. I got it from him. This is not my content. I made it expressly clear that it was not my content. So if he wants me to take it down, I would. I kind of don't want it to come to that, but I don't think he would really care. It just potentially helps give him a little bit more exposure on his channel. And it was only a very small piece. I did include Moonbolt's video on prayer flicking when I did talk about prayer flicking being a mechanic that's in the game. I included the video he had on the Discord, and I felt okay with doing that. I also made sure that I linked. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel and he does content, but I did make sure that I was like, this is from Moonbolt's guide on prayer flicking. If you want to know more about it, go check out the guide on the Discord. I need to get I need to get the perma Discord link so I can start linking the Discord in the descriptions as well, because I mentioned the Discord a lot, and there's not really a great way to find it. To be fair, I guess if people do go look up RSC Vet, you can find the Discord on their website. But I would like to find a way to perma link the Discord in my descriptions so that I can properly advertise everything. I actually need to go back and update my old RSC Adventures videos, because I think I did link RSC Preservation in there, but I'm not 100% sure. So but yeah, Proto Dart Tips guide is on my list. I kind of wanted to knock out 40 smithing before I started doing more editing and stuff, because the editing, it takes a while. I could use part of my stream to do it, so because I pretty much explained it. I explained it a few times on how to do it, but I would like having a nicer video where I kind of go over like how to look at success rates, how to calculate how many dart tips you'll need, how many feathers are you going to need, which, to be fair, there's not a good answer for that. You can look at how many feathers you'd need to make a successful number of darts. Like, to get to 25 to 70, it was going to take me 1,004 darts, and I think I did 100. I think I did 1,010, because I made my own calculator for it, because the calculator that was on the wiki was messed up. I fixed the numbers for the prototype dart tips at least, so they are correct now. But the problem is, you cannot properly calculate failure rates in there. I talked to Christoph about it, and he said he might try to cook up something that includes failure rates, or a way to do failure rates as well, on his fletching calculator that he has. So the only way to properly calculate success and failure rates is to go and use the old school RuneScape page, because the old school RuneScape page does include a failure and success rate chart. So you can go look like, how often will I succeed at level 50 and at level 60? And I think 60 is like 63% or something. I think 70, you're at 70-ish percent 71, 72% success rate, something like that. So there is a way to go look at it, but I'm definitely down to do a video on it for sure. That's on my list of stuff to do. Actually, I wonder how many views it has now. I'd be interested. Yeah, it's got 710 right now. I mean, if I can get like, I mean, my streams have been getting a lot of views, which has been good. I'm a-okay with that. I kind of wish my I kind of wish my videos got a little bit more views, but you know, it is what it is. The new player guide's been doing really good. Over almost 3.5k views on it. But a lot of that historical RuneScape Classic content, it just generally does pretty well. So, yeah. But yeah, I did leave some stuff out. I want to continue the new player guide series as well, because I want to do one about like the prototype darts. I want to do one for like open RSC and how to set up RSC plus. I want to do one for like early quests to do, because of course questing is a lot different in the game, so you kind of want to plan out questing a little bit. But there's obviously like two right off the bat that I would recommend. So I want to do early training spots, maybe some hidden areas where you can grind for materials that aren't often used. Like I use the RD sewer mines a lot, and to mine coal. You can also mine iron in there, although I probably wouldn't mine iron there. There's better spots in my opinion, but that's a really good coal spot that not a lot of people use to train. So there's a lot of little areas that I would recommend that are a lot different from RuneScape or from RS2. Like trading in Al Kharid is a fantastic area. You can thieve men, you can train your combat on them. They drop a lot of low-level herbs, which is really good. Then once you've gotten to the point where you can move up to the warriors, you can start training on warriors. They also drop herbs. You can also thieve them. I think it's like what 45 thieving to thieve warriors. So you can thieve warriors. Maybe it's 35, and then guards are 40. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but like it's a fantastic spot to train. You can train fishing there. You can train mining there. You know, it's a great area, really. So I always recommend doing Princely Rescue right away. Any of the quests that don't give you XP, I would do right away. Like Princely Rescue, fishing contest. Those are the two quests I would do right away. Right away, straight to jail. Because those are quests that are gonna. Fishing contest unlocks the shortcut under White Wolf Mountain. Princely Rescue gets you free passage to Al Kharid, and it's a single click on the guards. You don't have to interact with chat at all. You just talk to them and they'll let you right through. So, yeah, I would love to do a quest guide and training guide as well. It's a lot of stuff, and it takes a long time to do those because you have to write scripts. Then from the script, I have to work backwards building the video, where with the adventure series, I do the video first, and then I just have to redo voice comms. I have to redo like commentary for it. Or like streaming, super easy because you get my full stream of consciousness. You get to see me messing around on the wiki. You get to see me like doing my long grinds and stuff, which I think streaming is perfect for that, because then I don't have to waste a lot of hard drive space, you know, holding a 8-hour stream, you know, like an 8-hour clip, that kind of stuff. I also found my original video that I did way back in the day, 15 plus years ago. Well, 15 years ago, I did a video on my original channel on how to set up RC Angel, and I would love to like upload that because it's so goofy. I was so young back then. I forgot how young I was and how young I sounded back then. And it's a nice little trip down memory lane, you know, before I knew how to screen capture shit like that. I have some old I have some old back in the day, you used to just be able to stream directly to YouTube. Now on YouTube, you have to, I think you have to be partnered or have like a certain number of subs to be able to actually directly stream to YouTube. I stream through OBS because it's just the best. It's the best program to do to stream to YouTube. But you used to be able to stream directly to YouTube. So I had an old, like, I think it was an Xbox 360 camera, and I would use that to like record and edit videos. So I didn't even edit them. I just recorded them and posted them on YouTube. I think a couple of them I did edit the like titles and stuff, but I would love to edit some of that stuff and re-upload it. It'd be a lot of fun. I kind of did that with some of my Modern Warfare 3 theater content and some of the other CODs that I still had for Xbox 360. I went back and I looked at like some of my theater content because Modern Warfare 3 was the only one where I actually recorded stuff. I don't think I recorded a lot of stuff for Black Ops. I would have to go back and look, and I don't know if I recorded anything on. I don't know if I recorded anything on Ghosts or above. I don't think I recorded anything on those. So you know what? I'm gonna finish this bag out and I'm gonna go make my food. I keep forgetting about doing that. So after we finish this, I'll be back in a bit. It should not take but too long. Chew. But yeah, I did see that you were streaming your prototype Dark Tips. Hey, if you wanna send me, I don't know if you're streaming on Twitch or YouTube. If you wanna send me like the link for your stream, I'll put your stream in the description. You know, I'm just trying to plug as many content creators as possible in the classic scene. So if I can plug everybody that I can, I'll do it. I'll plug all the servers, you know, any way that I can, any way that I can help to boost the numbers on our server or boost viewership for the game, I'll do it. You know, if you want to send me your link, your Twitch stream or your YouTube stream or your YouTube channel even, I'll make sure that I put that in the description. I got to rebuild a new description. I have Notepad++ open, and I've got a lot of my little description snippets in there. So I'll make sure to add you in there if you want to send that to me on Discord. I have the same name on Discord as I do on here. Um, so once you know, if you want to do that, that can help you boost your numbers. Well, I don't know if it'll help boost your numbers, but you know, it'll give people other content creators to go watch. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna be back in a minute. So, I think okay, so my mic aux is the one here. All right, guys, I will be back in a minute, probably about 20 minutes or so, to make my food and eat it, and I'll be back. And I'm back. Oh, I think I left my vape out there, didn't I? Well, it's alright. I can go grab it, actually. I need to go back to the kitchen real quick. So Walmart started selling these dollar sauces, these like dollar Kinder sauces, and it's they do like a lot of barbecue sauces and hot sauce, but they have one that's called Honey Hot, and let me tell you, that shit is fucking delicious. I'm usually not like a hot sauce kind of person, and it's not really a hot sauce. It's more of like a hot chili, like a sweet chili barbecue. It's got a little bit of spice to it, like not a lot, very mild, but it is delicious. Although I didn't have any soup, which actually is super weird. I usually always have soup. I don't know what happened to it. It must have got ate up. Oh, I guess I could have made ramen if I wanted a soup, you know? I could have made ramen and, like, thickened it up if I really wanted some soup. I actually didn't even think about that. Oh, but back to the ye old smithing grind, eh? If you're wondering on... I'm trying to remember exactly how to pull up playtime. Was it like... What was it? Because you can do online. It's like... Maybe it's like player? Right, I can't remember what the code is. I guess I could go to the... Find the RSC plus commands or something. You can just look up RC plus commands, and they have they're all on their GitHub page. Oh, hold up. I don't know if that's actually any farther out than what I was doing before. Now, this might not actually be an RC plus command. This might be a... Oh, I thought it might be this one. So if you're wondering how long I've played for 9 days. Made my account January 15th of 2023. So I also took like almost like 9-10 months off of playing this game, because I think on my page it's it's something like 9 months between when I did my the first part of Dragon Slayer and when I started uploading more often. So if I kept playing, I probably would have already finished Legends Quest by now. So, but I've spent a total of 9 days in the game, which is it's actually quite a lot. I think on old school RuneScape I only have like 30 something days played on there. I'll probably surpass that by the time I'm done with my grinds on here. So. I should see what new fucking drama's going on YouTube. I know the Mr. Beast thing has just been going bananas. And it's actually kind of funny because I did a video talking about the sketch situation and how I thought it was so dumb that anybody even cared about, like, the fact, like, if he did OnlyFans, like, I don't really give a shit. And in my video, I said, like, I'm surprised that anybody's given this any time of day because, like, we have, like, actual predators, like, on YouTube. And then literally, like, the next week, all the Ava Chris Tyson stuff came out. And I just thought it was, like, insane, like, that... Because that was just after the Dr. Disrespect stuff had happened. Well, I shouldn't say it happened, but, like, you know, the information came out about why he got banned from Twitch. And so it was just crazy to me, like, that, you know, that had happened just after I was, like, when we got, like, actual predators on the platform. And then, of course, the fucking Ava Chris Tyson shit came out, and I was like, oh fuck. But I privated the video because I don't know. It just I was defending Sketch, like I was like obviously the guy who posted the video, kind of outing him as a piece of shit in my mind, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Oh well, I don't give a shit. You know, he's a POS for putting out that video and like, oh, this isn't a hit piece, you know. I'm like, you can't see it any other way than that. But then like literally the Ava Chris Tyson stuff comes out and then I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was right. But it's hard to be wrong about that, about saying like we have actual predators on YouTube and shit. When the Minecraft community for years has been notorious for having like predatory adults in it, you know, and then the fucking shit about Dr. Disrespect. I thought he got banned for just like something else. I never expected that shit to come out about Dr. Disrespect. Not that I don't really watch a lot of Twitch streamers. I've never really been into it. Like I enjoy streaming and like interacting with people, and I guess that's the cool aspect. But like for the longest time, it was all about like just watching people play games. And I was like, if I'm gonna watch someone play a game, why don't I just go play that game? So I never really got into Twitch streaming. I was more of a YouTube guy, more of a YouTube Andy. So I've been watching YouTube since this shit was in beta. So it's always had a soft spot. I mean, the amount of time I've spent on YouTube has got to be ginormous. I mean, it has to be years of time I've spent on YouTube. Honestly, yes. There's a lot of weird-ass words on there. Alright, not too close. I mean, not too far away. We got, what, 4 more bags? I should have ate the burnt one first. I kind of burnt my second grilled cheese a little bit. Should have ate that one second. I mean, first. Wasn't bad. I scraped a lot of it off, but... say that, Mr. Banker. Good man. Good man. I've been watching Josh Drives Hayes. Was it any good for Neverwinter Nights? It's actually a really long video, but you could do a bank sorter with RSC Plus, by the way. There's actually, I should talk about that. There's actually a way to sort your bank. There's an online bank manager that RSC Plus has. Woo woo, 38 smithing. Let's go. How many more do we need? 183. CeeDee Lamb has such a fucking ego. I've never seen a wide receiver with a bigger ego since fucking Antonio Brown and T.O. Like, he has such a big ego. Like, he turns into such a fucking diva when he doesn't get the ball like 20 times a game. So, as good of a player as he is, like, I'm gonna be honest, the Cowboys should try to trade him before he gets hurt. While he still has insane value, I would trade his ass if I'm being honest. There's a lot of receivers that don't have that kind of ego. Like Tyreek Hill isn't over there screaming at their quarterback or their coach because he's not getting the ball every fucking play. And while I do think he's earned that right to get the ball that many times, it's like that's not the kind of player I want on my team. Hell, the fucking Patriots made multiple Super Bowl wins with goddamn nobody on their team. Because I think they only went to one Super Bowl when Randy Moss was there, from what I remember. I think it was only one Super Bowl they made, and then they lost, obviously, to the Giants in crazy fashion. Whoa, Mr. Big Stepper with the Legends cape. We'll have one of those soon enough. I've been watching House of the Dragons, and it's okay. I've been fucking with season 2, but I don't know. It's just it's not as good. I haven't watched the finale yet, so I think I'm on the last episode, or I'm almost done with episode 7. Or sorry, not episode 7. Yeah, no, I think I'm almost done with episode 7, or it just finished, and I'm on episode 8, which I think is the last episode of the season. I think there are only 8 episodes a season. But I think my problem with the not Game of Thrones, well, I do have problems with Game of Thrones, but I think my problem with House of the Dragons is it just reminds me of how dirty they did Game of Thrones at the end. Like they could have easily made Game of Thrones like at least a 10 season show, and honestly, it blows me away that they didn't, because that year the Free Folk subreddit was the fastest growing subreddit that year. Like I'm pretty sure it won an award for like biggest, like fastest growing subreddit, something like that, or like having like the most amount of people. It was something like that. And literally after the final, like the finale for the final season happened, I have never once seen the Free Folk subreddit pop back up in my Reddit feed. Now, to be fair, I'm also not over there very often, but I don't know. It kind of like annoyed me a little bit that they did the last season so dirty. Like that was easily 2+ seasons worth of content that they shoved into eight episodes. But you know, it is what it is. We can't go back now. I mean, it's pretty bad if George R. R. Martin is even like, man, I had like another 2 seasons of content we could have cooked up, and I'm just like, damn, if he's saying that, that's how you know you fucked up. But karma is as karma does, and those guys, as far as I know, I don't know if they've been making anything else. I had heard that they were trying to wrap up the show so they could go start working on some kind of Star Wars show for Netflix, but obviously Disney Plus made their own streaming service not too long after that. So, and they got fired, they got canned from that Star Wars show as well. I mean, when you have that much bad press coming out about a show that you were running, and you're like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm surprised HBO didn't step in to stop it. And if anything, I can't even really blame those two guys. HBO should have stepped in and been like, all right, we're going to get new show writers to continue the show. You guys are free from your contracts. But I guess that shit was lucrative, so can't turn down that money, I suppose. But anyway, they could have got other show writers to write the show. Probably done a better job. Because when they were writing it, when they were doing it on their own without any of the source material, it kind of went downhill. But I liked all of up to like through season 7 of Game of Thrones. I thought it was setting up to be something really cool. And then they kind of just I don't know, they didn't really throw any cool twists out there. It was just all shit that I was already theory crafting like as I was watching through the show again. But House of the Dragons isn't bad. I think it's been a little bit slow, but I think HBO's kind of trying to take their time with it. I guess a good thing is we've had a lot of really good shows in between stuff like Stranger Things and Game of Thrones. I think the biggest problem is I don't give a shit about Stranger Things anymore. They've waited way too long to put out another season. Like I know they had a writer's strike and all that, but that was only like last year, right? So my big question is why didn't they already have the next season planned out and a script written up? Even a rough draft, like two guys could have hammered out the rest of that draft. God, I hate when it's the one that's closest. You click them and they walk all the way to the back of the bank. Such a pain in the ass. Holy shit, a bead drop. Well, what are the chances of that, huh? Sweet. Last bag before we get to 39, and then it should be like 200 something, I think. To get to 40. Like I said, I may have overestimated. I think I have a little bit extra. I have a little bit extra iron. Unless I just vastly overcalculated it. Woo woo! Hey, there we go. 39 smithing. 203 more bars. So maybe I overcalculated it. Did I undercalculate? Because if it's 200 more bars, won't I need 400 coal? Oh, I do. I overcalculated it, I guess. Interesting. Oh, you know what it was? It's because I was already partway through 32. So I think I did talk about that earlier, that I probably overestimated how much I needed. I could have put in my exact HP, I mean my exact XP, and calculated from there, but I just did like level 32. So I guess it is possible that so I'll have a couple extra steel bars, which would be nice. It's just ridiculous. Not paying 20 GP each for air runes. But if you're a picker, you probably have more money than I do, so... That guy's gonna get himself banned from global chat. Was that the dude complaining yesterday about getting PK'd? Bro, I just wish that shit would stop popping up. I don't give a fuck. I don't PK, so I take minimal shit into the wild. If you're gonna go into the wilderness, especially on Sundays when they run their picking event, you gotta expect to probably get PK'd out there. I don't mess with people out there because we're out there for probably a reason, but you gotta assume you're gonna get PK'd if you're going out into wilderness. That's why I don't take more than what I'm willing to lose out into the wilderness. Like if you're going out into the wilderness, you gotta expect that you have a good chance of dying. So just don't take all your shit out there. All right, almost under 100, which is good. It is a little slow because we can only get 9 bars per bag, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess I could do 10 a bag if I freed up 2 extra slots, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. Doesn't really matter anyway. Oh. Lowercase, uppercase does not matter as far as commands go. By the way, so I'd point that out there. I hate that they keep saying this. Most people are using RSC plus. It's not about using RSC plus. You need to do it from the friends list because I had the same confusion yesterday. Reading. It's the ultimate nemesis to most people, myself included. There you go. We're figuring it out. I thought the same thing yesterday. I was like, why is it not working? And then I realized, oh yes, okay. You can't do double commands. But you can do it from the friends list. Jesus, 95 range. What the fuck? Oh, dude, I am like stupid tired today. I didn't get great sleep, so I'm not really surprised. I may take a break after hitting 40 smithing. I'll plan out what I want to do next. I think I might go back to training some combat. I would definitely like to train ranged a little bit. Maybe some magic. Start training my magic, because that's not going to be an insane grind. But I kind of want to do some research on some of the enemy drop tables, so I can kind of figure out like who's going to be the best person to go and farm for like herbs and other drops and stuff like runes and whatnot. So, because I really probably should have done mountain dwarves from 1 to 40, but I did dungeon rats because of the XP. But I'm not really focused on XP. I'm mostly focused on grinding like items at the moment, like herbs, runes, things like that. I kind of wanted to go train range at greater demons so I could try to get a rune full helm drop, but I think probably mountain dwarves is going to be a good idea. Actually, fire giants is where I wanted to go train. So I might research a little bit in that. I think you can save spot them. Woo woo! All 40 more left to go. So 10 bags left. Sorry, 6 bags left. The last bag to 40. And there we go, 40 smithing. Oh, I can take a break. I can take a nice little break. I'm almost tempted just to finish out the last of my steel bars that I have, that I have to make. But I'm definitely going to get off and take a bit of a break before I do that. I think that puts me just over like 1100 something steel bars. So I've got about, like 84 more bars I can make. So not half bad. That should get us over 1200 bars. Like I said, I could sell it, but I was recommended to just train making steel plate bodies. Although I don't have the levels for that, so I'd need 48 smithing to be able to make steel plate bodies. I guess I could calculate how many more steel bars I'd need, but oh my god, it's probably going to be a lot. Not that I don't have a problem doing that. I have to do it anyway at some point, so I'm going to assume that I trained to 10 using gloves or boots, and then I probably did bowstrings to 20. I'm not really sure why I needed 20 crafting, if I'm being honest, but how many more steel bars would I need to go from 40 to 48? I'd need another 2,617 steel bars. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna do that. I am going to... I'm probably gonna do like steel arrowheads or something, because I wouldn't mind having steel arrows just to be able to have a bit of a higher hit, higher max hit. But that would also require me to grind more feathers. How many do I even have right now? 218. So I could do, I'd have about I'd have about 500, 600 steel arrows to play around with. I could take those out to the wilderness. I could probably go like 100 at a time. What do gnomes drop? People always recommend them. I assume only because they're just like a lot of them and they're weak. Do gnomes actually have a good drop table? All they drop are bones. If you're going to train to 10 to 30 defense, go train at chickens. Because chickens are going to be the best. You're going to actually get a useful item out of it over just bones. So, that's just my thoughts. Alright guys, that is going to be it for me for right now. I'll probably come back now that we finished our smithing grind and then do something else like some combat that might actually be a little bit interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. I will see you guys in a bit.